The following is an opinion show, and nothing said in this show should be taken as fact or be taken literally. They're just goofing around, trying to have fun. You do like to have fun, don't you? Also, this show is not for kids, so listener discretion is advised. Welcome to this week's episode of Geekus Speakus, everyone. My name is Dean.
And I'm Brian.
Welcome back, everyone.
And holy shit, another 10 number? You know what that means?
We're almost middle-aged in our show.
We're almost as old. Well, actually, no, I'll be this age next year.
Yeah, welcome to the 30th episode, everybody. And today we have a very special guest.
Speckle guest.
Speckle guest, as I apparently lose the ability to speak. We have Devon on the line today.
What's up, guys?
Welcome
Hey,
to the
Devon.
show.
Well, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Good to be here.
Thanks for being here. Devon, you're on, it looks like a lot of podcasts. Was this Fable Pod, Rockfall Cast, and Streamer's Guide?
So, yeah, I'm a bit of a podcast nut. I write, produce, edit, compose music, host, co-host, all those things for Fabled, Rockfall, and the Streamer's Guide to the Galaxy.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Give us a quick tidbit on all those. Like, those, like, just a quick, a quick elevator pitch for those podcasts for our listeners.
All right, so the Streamer's Guide to the Galaxy, my wife and I review the best and worst that streaming services like Netflix have to offer, which is very, very fun. My first podcast, it was great.
Nice.
Fabled is my attempt at turning unsolved mysteries into a podcast, just really short little tidbits on unsolved mysteries, typically local ones like small town legends, things like that nobody's really heard of.
Oh, okay. I listen to a lot of podcasts like that, so that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and Rockfall is I love everything tabletop gaming, and so I review games, interview creators, and eventually I'm going to have some actual play one-shots on it.
Nice. Glad to have you aboard. Those all sound actually really interesting, and right up on what I listen to on the regs.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I'm right there with them, especially the Rockfall cast, because there's a couple of games I've been thinking about getting into, and you never know, it's a hit and miss with some games. Like I got the new Cyberpunk 2077 game that's coming out here in whenever. Has been interested in playing Cyberpunk 2020. I don't know if you've any good?
Cyberpunk. Yeah, I actually own all the editions of it up here in my massive collection. But
Nice.
Cyberpunk is very fun. It's really cool dystopian cyberpunk sci-fi.
And
it's pretty badass.
That, I
Nice.
have I like to. It's a little bit of a hobby. I like learning new games, like tabletop games, figuring out the rules and making characters and just playing through. I may never play them with anybody else, but I like learning the rules and figuring out character creation and stuff.
Exactly, which is why on Rockfall I have yet to review any of the big three. So I like the smaller systems, the stuff that don't get a lot of press.
Nice.
I
I like that. And the Streamer's Guide, I like this concept because I'm always suspicious about getting another subscription.
I'm the subscription monkey here.
I have Netflix. I'm considering Hulu and maybe the new DC Universe streaming service that's coming out in a few months. Next month, I think it is.
I will fully support Verve because Verve is actually really good.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm hesitant for the DC one, but I'm really my wife and I are really excited for the Disney one. So we'll see I'm interested to see what really content they have because they have a massive backlog of stuff.
Oh yeah. Wow.
All right.
Welcome to our
Anything
show.
else you want to tell us about yourself before we get started?
I think that's it. I'm a massive nerd, so hopefully I fit in pretty well here.
You should be able to. All right. You know what so Just a bit of catch up real quick. I was at a convention this last weekend.
Okay, and how did that go? What'd you do?
It went all right. I met Chris Sabat.
Nice.
Spent way too much money. It was all right. It was our local Comic Con here in Portland.
Was that Emerald City?
Good. Oh no, Emerald City's up in Seattle. We're Rose City.
Oh yes, duh.
Yeah. And
like, I am a little disappointed. And I should really start checking my Twitter before going to conventions, because I was looking at my Twitter like the day after and going, wait, that person was there and they had a booth and I missed them? What the fuck? Could have met that person. Ugh. But it was fun. It's not a very big one, but there's still quite a bit of there. It's starting to get some more notoriety. More people are like, "Hey, Rose City's a good one." My personal favorite con is coming in October for here, so
nice.
Very cool.
I'm really considering going to PodCon this coming January. You know, the podcast convention. I'm really considering it.
The last time was very fun, and I'll be there this year too.
Oh, nice.
Is that the one in Seattle?
It's one in Seattle, January 19th
That's like
and 20th.
how much? I think. Give me 1 second.
It's like the Kickstarter.
19th and
yeah,
it's 19th and 20th of January.
Oh, okay, 19th, 20th of January.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really cool to see their Indiegogo campaign this time, because they actually earned or got more backers than they did the first round, and they almost made their $300,000 goal.
Wow. Oh yeah,
Nice.
I saw that. It was only like a couple thousand for making it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'll probably go into game this year as well. It's a local con in the Missouri area. It's the Gaming Arts and Media Expo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's only like $26 to take the train from Portland to Seattle.
Nice.
Yeah, but in October, near the end of it, I have the Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Nice.
And that one's one I have a huge blast at every year. So
A retro gaming expo. What's there?
it's all like well, the best way to describe it is it's like half arcade and half like swap meet, and they do have like the occasional like standard convention stuff. They got panels and stuff, and I've been doing it. This will be my 3rd year. I have an in with them. I do the volunteer stuff, and I help with the panels. And I've managed to meet like a ton of like YouTube people, a ton of podcasters, a ton of like tech guys just by doing that. And so they have like the swap meet or like the stands like last year because it was Atari's anniversary. It was like the 40th anniversary or something like that for Atari last year. And so they had like a huge Atari thing in there where you get like an Atari museum, and like they'll like the swap meet does like normal convention hour stuff, like, you know, like 10 to 6. But the arcade side will stay open until midnight, and they also have like console play and stuff, and they've got like old arcade machines, old consoles, and it's just like this huge thing for retro video games.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's extremely awesome, and the best part of it is like a lot of the gaming podcasts and stuff I listen to are like, oh yeah, this great convention in Portland every year. I'm thinking about going. I hear it's so cool. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
So yeah. But yeah, apart from that, I did did Rose City Comic Con, spent too much money, got some stuff. It was good. So, shall we get into our usual gamut of things?
Sure can. Let's go ahead and start this off like we normally do with trailer talk.
Trailer talk.
We include our own Foley work, as you could tell.
That was great. It was great. Couldn't tell.
So the first movie on the list here is the trailer for the new Halloween movie.
So, are you gonna go see Are you gonna go see Halloween, the new Halloween, or the new Halloween?
Right. Are you going to see the... How many more Halloween movies do we need at this point?
This one doesn't look like a remake.
It's not...
No,
looks
they've kind of just said fuck it with the timeline, and now it's just a direct sequel to Halloween 2, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, it's cool seeing Jamie Lee Curtis in something.
Yeah. Though it looks good, but also I'm just how does because the villain was already fairly an aged person. How is he still going around killing people with such efficiency? I guess it just seems odd.
I don't know. When you're like 12 feet tall
Fair
and
enough.
with the strength of a horse, I guess you just can keep killing people.
Fair enough. He did take a stick of dynamite one time, so I guess
I
nothing
mean,
will stop
but
you.
the thing is Mike Myers, unlike Jason's immortal, Freddy's a weird dream demon. Mike Myers is just some dude.
The power of the plot.
Which actually is why I think I like him as my favorite, is because he's just some dude.
I I don't know. I was excited about this first because they got Jamie Lee Curtis to come back, and then with this trailer, I've lost some interest. If I'm gonna,
Yeah, I'm unimpressed.
yeah, it, just I'm good. I was not impressed with it. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis plays a crazy person, understandably, what with her, uncle trying to kill her, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem good so far. It could just be this is the first trailer. Who knows? More trailers may
Well,
increase
no,
that.
no. Here's what I want in the middle of this. I want her in the middle of it to turn to I want her to eat some yogurt. Just not even like just trying to sell it. She's holding a cup of Activia yogurt. She eats some of it.
The best product placement ever.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a little. Oh, speaking of like the retro stuff, with Jamie Lee Curtis, apparently she's super good at Street Fighter.
Really?
Yeah, she'll sometimes like play in tournaments and stuff. I want to say her grandkids got her into it or something like that.
That's
Yeah,
an insane fact.
That is an insane
She
fact.
mains Vega.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Well, good for her.
Yeah.
Right?
I wouldn't expect that, but then again, it was weird when I found out that Robin Williams used to really be into The Legend of Zelda. So,
Well, he
everyone-
named his daughter Zelda.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, let's go to the next thing.
The trailer for the new Nutcracker movie from Disney, and I'm getting a very Alice in Wonderland vibe.
I thought the same thing.
Not-
And you know what? Keep going.
I would say not like the original Alice in Wonderland, but like the remake they did a few years ago with Tim Burton.
Isn't Burton directing this one?
That was a good question. I actually
It
didn't
might
look
be
that up.
somebody else who's working. I don't think he is. Let me double check.
'Cause It gave me that same vibe, and not just
I
'cause it's-
agree.
and not just because it's like a teenage girl going to an alternate universe kind of thing that he apparently is known for. But it's giving that
Nutcracker
same,
in the Four Realms.
yeah.
Directed by Lassie Hallstrom and Joe Johnston.
I would be very surprised if Burton didn't have a hand in it somewhere.
Yeah, it kind of has a Burton feel to it. In the same like the original, Batman movies back in the like 80s and 90s, and then with the Alice in Wonderland reboot he did a few years ago, it feels like something he would do.
No, but it does have Joseph Eggleston Johnston, who did the effects for Honey I Shrunk the Kids, Jumanji, Jurassic Park 3, Rocketeer, The Wolfman, Captain America. Yeah, it doesn't actually have anything with what's his face?
All right then.
Weird.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little too like. Well, I guess when you think about like the story of the Nutcracker, it is like a war thing. But no, you know what it feels like?
What?
It feels like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe movies.
I'm gonna have to
Oh,
find that one.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because the books, if you read the books for those, like they just sort of gloss over any battles. Like, oh, there was a battle. Oh, okay, it's done.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm probably not gonna watch this if I'm gonna be honest.
I probably won't either. Though the main, sorry, I was looking up people on there. Oh, she'll. God damn it! Kids born in the year 2000 are turning 18.
Yes.
How does that happen?
The passage of time.
Because I looked up the main girl in the Nutcracker movie because it's like I don't know who she is, and it's like, oh, she turns 18 next month or something like that. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So it's like, oh, born year November 10th, 2000, and on the side it's like age 17. I'm like, shit, that means she'll be. God damn it. Stupid passage of time.
How dare I get older?
Also, based off of this trailer, I want to go out on the record of saying I'm pretty sure I'll be very surprised if Keira Knightley is not the ultimate bad guy in this movie.
As the Sugar Plum Fairy?
Yeah, just like twist ending, she's the bad guy.
I like this idea.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can go for that.
Yeah.
What do I feel like this movie's going to be designed to have like 3 like sequels?
Well, it is called The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. It feels like it's sequel baiting a bit.
So then they'll have the Nutcracker in the 3 realms. The Nutcracker. No.
The Nutcracker 2, Electric
No,
Boogaloo.
the Mouse King in the 3 realms, the Sugar Plum Fairy in the 2 realms, and the Nutcracker.
Just the Nutcracker.
Just the Nutcracker.
I'm telling you.
Or we can go the Fast and Furious route.
Nut. Just
Then
nut.
it would just be Nutcracker.
Yeah.
Nutcracker 3 Tokyo Drift.
I'm just saying, Nutcracker 2, Electric Boogaloo. It has potential.
And then Nutcracker 3 Tokyo Drift.
There you go. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna see this. I don't know why people keep making Nutcracker movies.
At the very most, I might like end up watching it after it's been on like streaming services and just be like, all right, cool. When I'm really bored, kind of deal.
I will watch it if someone else is watching it and I happen to walk into the room.
That's fair. I don't know. Movies like that, I usually don't seek out unless I'm like super bored and I'm like, oh, it's on Netflix. I guess I'll watch this real quick.
That's a thing I can do. Let's go ahead and unless
Jake Gyllenhaal is super sad.
yes, that's the plot of the new Wildlife trailer from IFC Films.
I don't know why I added this on there. It's usually not in what we add, but there was just something about it that I was like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about this trailer.
It was weird.
Everyone
It made
is
me
so
uncomfortable.
sad.
I got a weird like Carell vibe from him for some reason.
Oh, it reminds me of that one Carell movie
Yeah, the one we talked about like 2 episodes ago.
where a lot of people like, oh, it's a comedy. It's a funny movie. I'm like, that's not a comedy. That
Yeah.
movie was so sad.
Oh, was that Seeking a Friend for the End of the World? Because that movie was horrifyingly sad.
No, but
But
actually,
lot
now
of-
you mentioned that, I still need to see that.
I wouldn't. It's not where I wouldn't.
Give me 1 second. That one? Dan in Real Life.
What?
Dan in Real Life I found to be super sad. That was one where people were
yeah.
like, oh, it's funny, it's a comedy, it's hilarious. And I'm like, I watched it, I'm like, that was like the saddest movie I've seen all year.
Yeah, I
That's-
get you.
That's the one with Robin Williams in it, right?
No,
No,
that's the one with Dane Cook and Steve Carell.
I have not seen this movie, apparently.
But like a lot of people are like, yeah, it's funny. I'm like, that's not a funny movie. What movie were you watching? Seeking Friends for the End of the World. That's one. Oh, okay. I meant to watch that one. I never actually managed to. I should look into that one.
I don't know, I think I'm gonna listen to Devon here. If it's bad, I'm probably not gonna watch it now.
No, is it bad or is it bad?
Is it,
I mean, it's a beautifully shot film.
Mhm,
Acting is solid.
right.
It's just horribly depressing.
Okay,
my wife,
then I will-
Lauren, and I walked out of the theater just like wanted to jump off the roof.
So I should probably watch it when I'm. Okay, I will watch it.
If you find yourself too happy, then watch this movie.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
That replaces Little Miss Sunshine, doesn't it?
Oh, the Welcome to Marwen movie trailer we saw the other day also looked like it's going to end up being sad. The one where Steve Carell plays with toys?
Yeah. That was a trailer in which he apparently got beat up and got, was it long-term memory loss? And he can't really get it back, so he makes like dolls, enact scenes. It's kind of, I think it's trying to go with like a bittersweet kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
So
All
let's
right.
go and move to the next one.
Let's go on to something a little more upbeat.
Upbeat?
Upbeat.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
New Netflix series.
From the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, we have The Dragon Prince.
I don't know what to make of this. I mean, it looks like it could be fun.
The cell shading looks cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a good art style.
I'm a little iffy about 3D, but that's because I still like just older animation, if I'm gonna be honest. But I mean, I'll probably still watch this. This looks decent.
Yeah, no, I'll probably like binge it when it comes out, and at the very least, it looks like your standard fantasy affair, and I got like a chuckle or two out of the trailer,
Yeah.
and it looks like the guys from Avatar are keeping that nice mix of action and comedy that they're good at.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, should be good. Looks solid.
All right.
And another trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Now, I'm still waiting for there to be just like a last minute yank out of this game.
See, I don't with this game. This game has been in development for so long that it has to be on shelves before I accept it's coming out.
It has to be on my shelf before I accept that it's coming out.
Yeah, it's been 13 friggin' years. I'm done with. I'm losing my patience with Square Enix right now with all of this junk.
Right? I got their it's their remix games just to get caught up because I've only played 2 of them, but apparently there's been like 16 non-core games since then.
Yeah, they're all mobile games, and there's been almost half a dozen of them in the last 13 years.
Ugh.
I mean, yeah. I play like 4 of them right now. No, I was listening to somebody else. They made a point about Square Enix. Square Enix always has 2 big projects: the one that's coming out soon and the one that's never going to come out.
So is Final Fantasy VII Remake the one that's never going to come out?
Apparently.
Yep, that's the project right now. It's Kingdom Hearts.
They have plenty of time to remake Crystal Chronicles, but nothing else.
Yeah.
And then they have a bunch of little side projects that they work on, but that's usually how it is. They have 2 big projects at all times, and it's like, oh, so right now it's, oh, Kingdom Hearts is coming out soon, but Final Fantasy VII Remake will never come out. Before it was Final Fantasy Versus 13/15 and
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Jeez. Like I said, until this is on my shelf, I'm not gonna believe it. I have a feeling right around November we're gonna get this. Oh, we're gonna push it back 6 more months.
It'll come out when you have grandkids.
Apparently.
My dream is that someday my grandkids will be able to play this game. Maybe on their deathbed with their grandkids.
Hey, Grandpa, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. Well, crap. Can't hold the control anymore, but damn it.
Yeah, I don't think Sora's voice is going to work when Haley Joel Osment is 50 trying to play a 16-year-old.
No, why do I imagine 50-year-old Haley Joel Osment with a smoker's voice?
We're gonna stop them, Goofy.
Yeah. Hey, Goofy, your voice sounds different now.
Yeah, your voice does, Jeez.
All right. Let's get into some news.
Okay. They're working on a remake for Police Academy. Excuse me, a reboot for Police Academy.
Who made Steve Gutenberg?
So I imagine like a Ghostbusters style reboot where it kind of acknowledges the past but makes it new.
Look, I could kind of be in favors for some of the reboots that have been coming out. Some of them do sound pretty good, or they'll take like a series that never really caught on and then make it better with the reboot. I don't know why. I don't feel like this needs a reboot.
You know what
Yeah.
I want to see is I want to see a reboot quill.
So
It's basically a sequel slash reboot where you get the characters from the original. Like it's a super sequel. It's like not an actual like sequel. Like oh we're continuing the story. We are jumping ahead in time. They're in a different position. We're focusing on different characters and maybe have like the old like people from the old police academy movies playing like the instructors and stuff and the being. You see where I'm coming from?
Gotcha. So kind of like what they tried to do with Baywatch.
yeah,
Yeah.
or what they did with the new Thor movie, which was kind of a reboot and sequel in it itself, because they reformatted how they normally did it.
Yeah.
I will say I'll get behind this and then get Michael Winslow again. He was literally my
No,
favorite
exactly.
movie.
Could you imagine Michael Winslow giving an entire speech to this class, but it's all zip, zorps, beeps, and boops? Like have him playing it on like just that'd be hilarious, right?
Yeah. He can give the commencement speech. There you go. At the very end of the movie, he can give the commencement speech. That'd be great. I don't. Okay, now I kind of want to see this. Never mind. I take back my previous comment. Let's go ahead. We'll move on to the next one here. They have confirmed Matt Smith for episode 9 of Star Wars, and I guess he likes sci-fi because he was Doctor Who. I don't.
He's also I don't know. I'm more excited because Billy D. Williams is going to be in that movie, but it doesn't say who he's going to be playing at all.
Knowing Star Wars, probably a villain.
Probably,
For whatever reason, British people are always villains in Star Wars.
except for Obi-Wan.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty excited.
You know why villains have the British accent? Because in Star Wars canon, the British accent's the Coruscant accent,
Right.
and the center of the Empire is Coruscant.
Hmm.
That's why. That's the in-canon reason.
But I mean, Matt Smith is a good actor. Honestly, I didn't watch him in Doctor Who because I'm not. I guess they're called Whovians. I'm not a Whovian, but I've seen him in other stuff, and he does a really good job.
He was brilliant in The Crown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He played Prince Philip.
Yep.
He was good in The Crown. I liked him in Jessica Jones season 1. He made a great Kilgrave.
No, that's David Tennant.
That was David Tennant. Well, I messed that up severely.
He was a doctor, though.
I mean,
Hey.
yeah, I got that part right, and I'm sure I'm gonna get added on Twitter now. Don't add us.
Add us every time. He needs to learn.
Thank you.
One of these
Ryan.
days, I'm not going to be here to correct you.
I'm gonna get some angry Doctor Who fan who's like, "You got the wrong Doctor."
He was Skynet and Terminator Genesis, even though like that movie's big plot twist was spoiled in the trailer.
Yep.
I liked him in Doctor Who, but I got a little annoyed at his episodes, mainly because it's like it wasn't because of him. It was because I got tired of Amy.
Yeah. Oh, and Doctor Who. Okay.
Yeah, I get tired of his companion. His companion overstayed her welcome way too long, and it was just one of those things of okay, your story's been told like 3 times. We can move on. Oh, okay, we're doing it again. I really liked you at first, Amy. Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know. Like, he's a good actor, legitimately. So it's gonna be nice to see him in the new Star Wars movie.
Yep. Speaking of movies, guess what movie? And speaking of sad from earlier, 25th anniversary of Schindler's List. They're going to be replaying it in theaters with extra dewbacks in the background. They're going to remove all the guns and replace them with walkie-talkies. Because that's what usually happens when things get re-releases.
No, we're gonna get a Cantina seed, and
We're gonna replace all the Nazi symbols with something else. I don't know.
I mean, it was a legitimately good movie, and probably my favorite role for, and I hope I don't get this wrong, Liam Neeson, who played Schindler.
Oh god, I fucking
Yes.
love Liam Neeson.
Thank
I
you.
love Liam Neeson. This is, you know what though? I actually don't think that'll happen because this was like Steven Spielberg's baby.
Yeah.
This was the one movie that he wanted to make.
Well,
So I doubt they're gonna make any changes.
let's be honest. We make a joke. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna alter the movie any. They're just gonna be like, hey,
No.
remember this 25 years ago?
And you know what? It still holds up.
Oh yeah.
It's wonderfully shot. It's wonderfully acted.
It's wonderfully shot. Yeah, you're right. It's wonderfully shot, wonderfully acted. It's got a thrilling, rise to power, fall from grace. But for mind you, it was the end of the Nazi regime, so fall from grace made sense. It was a good movie overall, and it's nice that they're going to be bringing it back for 25th anniversary.
Just
Yeah.
wait. We're gonna get some people complaining about it and how it's left-wing propaganda.
There's always somebody angry, Brian. It's the internet.
I know. I know.
The fact we're putting
I
our
know.
opinions out there in the internet has already made us targets of the internet.
I've already opened it up. Fight me. All right, let's go ahead and continue that. If that comes out in a theater to me, I might actually go see that in theaters because I think that'd be a great movie to see in theaters.
Yeah. And
Speaking of a movie that I don't know how I feel about this. Have you seen the old Spawn movie lately?
it doesn't hold up well.
It does
Yeah,
not.
it does not hold up. It does not.
So Todd McFarlane reveals new information for the upcoming Spawn movie. Yeah. Now, the first movie definitely doesn't hold up. But let's see. They're going to go with The Walking Dead meets Spawn. Kind of. I don't know. I never really got into Walking Dead personally. I have nothing against it. Just not something I could really jump into.
I watched the first couple seasons and then I just kind of fell off. You know what killed it for me? It's the same thing that killed a lot of shows for me. That mid-season break.
Yeah, that can kill a show for somebody.
Yeah, it's rough.
Because the mid-season break happens and then I don't know that it came back on. And then I missed an entire half season and then I just never go back to rewatch it.
Well, and with this, as more as it comes out, it just feels like they're not producing the movie that Spawn. I can't speak. Spawn fans actually want.
Yeah, we don't want Walking, because honestly, Walking Dead's alright, but it gets kind of boring and monotonous after a while. No, give us a super actiony. No, I want it super 90s. Just make it super 90s, super grim dark Spawn movie. Over the top grim dark, or get that full rated R, hard R.
And I could be in the minority for this, honestly. Maybe someone wants the movie to come out like this, where it's basically you don't really see Spawn. It's more of a horror movie with a lot of dialogue. I'm not that kind of person, though.
I don't think Spawn fans want that either.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
No, Spawn, you need to have him be grimdark. You need to have him be over the top action. Do that. Don't do oh, well, now we're gonna sit here and talk for 4 hours. Oh, somebody showed up.
And then someday Brian will get his Youngbloods movie.
Yes. It needs. See, I feel that if Rob Liefeld got his chance to do his Youngbloods movie, it would actually feel like Youngbloods in all its ridiculousness.
Jeez, no Youngbloods. No.
Just embrace the ridiculousness. That's all you have to do is just embrace it.
Oh, jeez. All right, friends. Well, I gotta bounce. Thank you so much for having me on. I really
Not a
appreciate
problem.
it.
Do you want to throw us some of your social media stuff real quick for our listeners?
Sure thing. Yeah, for Streamer's Guide, I'm at Streamer's Guide on Twitter. For Fabled, I'm at FabledPod, and for Rockfall, I'm at RoxfallCast. Everywhere else on Instagram and every other social media is exactly the same, and you can find all of my stuff at my own personal stuff at Moundhouse Dude.
All right, cool. Thank you for coming.
Right on. Thanks,
We
guys.
appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yeah. Thanks, you too.
Cool.
All right. Well, let's go.
That
ahead and,
was yeah, no. That was too bad he had bounced early, but it sounds like he's a lot more popular than we are.
yeah. We heard his shows. Those are like pretty good shows.
Right? Like, oh man, this might actually do us some good. All right, let's continue on. Like, I don't know. From everything I'm hearing with this Spawn movie, it's like that doesn't sound like a good Spawn movie. But you know what does sound cool? Blade being in the MCU.
Yes.
You know you want it.
Yes. I mean, yes and no. I want Blade to exist, but maybe as a television series, not as an actual movie. And let me tell you the reason why. Because he doesn't fucking fit with the rest of the MCU.
They're gonna have fucking Morbius the living vampire.
Yeah, and those two can exist in like a sub-universe, kind of like how Netflix does it.
Oh, no, you know what I want? I want, like, him to hang out with Doctor Strange, because he's done shit with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, ooh, Strange and Morbius.
Oh, no, because all these movies add a little thing to them. I'd like to see them add, like, the weird spooky shit into the MCU, like the Frankenstein monsters, throw in, like, Dracula, and, like... Because that stuff's in Marvel Universe.
Right.
And if they can find a way to add that to it, all the better.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you could do... What was it, like 6 episodes ago? We talked about, like, Mystic Guardians. You could fall on the same line with this kind of thing. You take, like, all the Mystic heroes. You get, like,
Moon Knight,
Morbius,
yes.
Doctor Strange, Blade,
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, either or. We've got a few Ghost Riders to choose from. We get all these people that rely on magic. That would be a pretty bitchin' like alternative to Avengers.
Right?
Just saying, like, if they can get Cumberbatch for like 1 more movie, maybe 2 more movies, that'd be an awesome team up.
Oh, no, what it can be is you don't even have to have Cumberbatch be in there very long because he's expensive, but have him be
Right.
the guy who he plays basically the Nick Fury for this group.
I mean, I was gonna go with the Tony Stark of the group, but that works too.
Well, Tony Stark fought alongside, like, he's just going like, hey, I'm busy, and
Well-
you guys all do magic.
Well,
Go handle this magic problem.
what I meant by Tony Stark is how he will appear in other movies, not as the main character, but as a supporting role, like in Spider-Man: Homecoming. He would do a supporting role, and he could be just like, "Hey guys, what's up? Magic portal, go kill this evil magic thing." Dormammu's wrecking shit.
I was thinking more of he could be the one to like recruit the magic guys and make them into a team.
Yeah, I'm here to assemble a team of magic people. You're an You're a magic person. Go. Save the day.
You're a vampire. Oh.
You're a vampire. You're a person who kills vampires. I'm gonna put you on a team. That makes sense.
Nicolas Cage, we need you.
No, wait. Let's never speak of the Nicolas Cage movies again. Because if we bring the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, we have to admit that the Ghost Rider movies are MCU canon. Shh.
They could be that weird canon like the Hulk movie.
That's no ever just
No,
never.
all the Hulk movies have weird canons.
Yeah, fair enough. Just no. Okay, if they do like a mystic version of the Avengers, I'm behind that. But he doesn't fit with the current Avengers.
Well, I mean, nobody fits with the current Avengers. They're all in a bag.
Fair enough.
Speaking of Avengers, we got an actual image of Brie Larson in her actual Captain Marvel uniform and not just the Miss Marvel uniform.
That's the sound of me clapping. It looks good. Honestly.
It looks really good.
It looks like the outfit. My only complaint, like I said, was going back to the first time we brought this up. I was mainly because I got to Miss Marvel later. I always thought she would look better with the shorter hair, but other than that,
Yeah, I'd be down. Also, I'm like I've come to realize not too long ago I'm super into go with the whole like head, the sides of the head shaved, like short hair, kind of go with like a. You can still make it look good, like have a bit of length on there,
right?
but like go a little shorter. And as a little tidbit, parts of this movie were filmed near our hometown.
Nice.
Yeah, they were filmed at Shaver.
Shiver Lake? Oh man, I love Shiver
Yeah.
Lake.
Right? Like they were filming parts of the movie there.
Now, see, that's rare in ways people don't understand, and not just because Shiver never really gets any attention. It's because they don't film a lot of big budget movies in California anymore. Most of Marvel is based out of Atlanta, Georgia. That's where they film most of their movies now.
Yep.
So I'm legitimately surprised that even if it was just for a few scenes, they did the shooting out in Shaver Lake.
I always forget that I forget that I'm the same age as Brie Larson. I'm actually a couple of months older than her.
I forget that she's our age in general. For some
Right?
reason, I think she's 35. I don't know why. Like in that age range, mid 30s.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's 28. She turns 29 in October, like the 1st of October.
Wow.
And she's from Sacktown. She's from Sacramento.
Huh.
Right? Like she's
Seems-
from the valley. She's from the valley and is around our age.
Yeah. Huh. We learned so many things. Add us, Brie Larson, if you want to have a conversation. That's not gonna happen. All right. Let's see. The next news report we have here is that. Let's see. What was it?
Oh yeah, so Shane Black decided to put his sex register friend, his registered friend who's a sex offender.
His registered friend. Well, I mean, Brian, everybody knows about the friend registry, right? You go out to the government building, wherever you're located at. You're going to pay the 1099 1A, which is the friend registration. You got to pay that $50 fee, and then you're friends for life. Everybody knows that.
Oh right, of course. How can I forget?
Yeah.
Wait, is that a marriage license?
No.
He played this. So Shane Black put his friend in Wilder Striegel, who was convicted of trying to lure a 14-year-old female into a sexual relationship via the internet. And he was playing. He was cast as this jogger who kept hitting on Olivia Munn's character. Thing is nobody told Olivia Munn that he was a sex offender.
Huh. Well, then.
And yeah.
Oh. So this guy will never be working a job in his life that was not at a Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think he just got side benched to normal job land.
And Black says I personally chose to help a friend, and I can understand that. You're helping your friend, like your friend did something terrible, but the thing is maybe let everyone know and make sure they're on board or okay with it before you
Don't fucking spring it on people. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Tell somebody.
Because now Fox is like, yeah, no, nobody agreed for that scene on there. Like, she didn't agree to it, so we're gonna cut that scene.
Yeah, I don't blame them. If someone has a history like that of, being a sexual offender, you don't just bring them on. You at least need to run it by everybody. Especially the people who are funding your show or movie.
Because, I know, Disney will, straight up, blacklist you.
Yeah. Disney, all hail the Mighty Mouse.
And I'm reading on this, and it's he's just trying to put his, put like his criminal past behind him. He's trying to be better. And like, okay, yeah, I understand trying to be better, but again, just you have to inform people.
Yeah.
And I think that's from what I'm reading on here is that's the big point is Mun wasn't informed
Right.
about him, and they like, and so no, it's not her fault. Like she's mad about this because it's like I would be mad too.
Yeah. Someone's like, oh, by the way, he's a sexual offender. I'd be kind of pissed.
Yep. All right. Let's. So I got one more that I added on here just to tacked on it last minute.
Okay.
So I hear that like some 3 other podcast guys are gonna be in this like movie about trolls.
What?
Yeah.
You mean about those people who go online and start insulting people based on the like very basic point of views?
Yeah. The McCurger brothers.
The McElroy brothers, I think is what it is. McElroy.
Yeah, I've never heard them. Their brother, and them.
That yeah, I never heard of them myself. No adventure area is explored here, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What here? I'm looking at their these. I mean, they must be new. They must
Yeah.
be new. Like I don't. So they have this podcast called My Brother and Me.
I've never heard of this
Yeah.
largely successful podcast that hasn't gotten its own season
Justin,
of TV.
Travis, and Griffin, and Griffin. So a Griffin, a
Right.
Travis, and a Justin. Let me look them up. Let me look up this podcast.
On a side note, Travis is a pretty bitchin' name. Let's see.
Let's see.
Justin-
I've never heard of these
Yeah, me
people. Like
neither.
it must just like popped
Yeah.
up overnight.
There must be. I've never heard of these McElroy brothers.
Oh wow, they have 421 episodes and apparently been around since 2010.
Yeah. Oh boy.
No, we're fans of them.
Yeah, we're friends. Yeah. I listened to my brother, me. I listen to Sawbones, but that's because I'm a kind of a medicine nerd. And Adventure Zone. And this was a joke from like a year or 2 ago that they would be on Trolls 2, and now they're officially going to be on Trolls 2.
So when I first saw this like ad though, I wasn't thinking Trolls as in, Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake movie. I was thinking Trolls as in like, oh my god, they ate her and then they're going to eat me. And I'm like, wait, are they remaking Troll 2?
Jeez.
That shows where I am.
Yeah. This is good news. Honestly, I like the idea of other podcasters getting roles in like mainstream media. And now my goal for us, my dear friend Brian, is that we need to beat a Marvel movie, even if it is, and hear me out here. Spider-Man, specifically Peter Parker, is listening to a podcast, and in the credits we're just labeled as Angry Nerds 1 and 2.
I'm okay with this.
Yes. They could just be listening to a podcast and you hear a voice for like half a minute. I would be okay with just the cameo.
Oh my god, if they could just have us recorded like a thing talking about Spider-Man.
Yo, guys, you don't even have to pay us. Legitimately, just give us credit, and I think we'd be fine. We're like,
Right?
we want to use your clip about Spider-Man. Fucking use it. It's yours. Give us credit. Let us know so we go, look. That's us.
Spider-Man.
Speaking of Spider-Man, we've been playing the same game, haven't we?
Oh yeah, it's by the way, the PS4 Spider-Man, super good.
Oh, yeah. The web slinging is fun. The combat is good. It's like Batman Arkham series, but I feel like it's better because it's more fluid.
It does feel more fluid. Like it feels so the the web slinging feels so
Rewarding.
smooth and
Yeah.
rewarding, and it feels good. The game feels good.
Well, like on a personal note, I've actually been to Manhattan before. Traveling Manhattan is a giant pain in the ass. Playing as Spider-Man, I got from one end of the map to the other in less than an hour. That's awesome. The web slinging is fun. I literally
The combat feels good. Like you feel like Spider-Man. You feel like Spider-Man and how maneuverable you are, and like it's like what was it the thing with Spider-Man is he's super strong. He has a bit of regeneration. He's super maneuverable, but his weakness is that he doesn't really in gaming terms. His con isn't the highest.
Yeah.
His hit points aren't the super highest. So like he can get overwhelmed. And all the times I've like died, quote unquote, has been because I got overwhelmed and I couldn't dodge everyone.
Yeah. Oh, and did you check out the cutscenes? Did you check out the facial, like how they
Oh my
emote
God,
in those cutscenes?
So good.
I know. It is really good. Like, I've only seen a few games of that level of good in the facial structures. Whenever they're talking, they're emoting in this, and I like it. I really do.
I just love I love, and like honestly, when it comes down to this game, it's really the web slinging physics. How the web slinging feels is what makes this game for me, because I've like no Spider-Man game has had such good web slinging physics.
If we go back as an example, the web slinging physics, there was always one game that was considered the marker for Spider-Man games, and that was Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube and PS2.
Oh, did you catch the Spider-Man 2 reference?
No, I did not. What was the reference?
So when you're getting the backpacks, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, "Oh, this is a picture this this kid drew for me when I rescued his balloon."
Oh, by the way, I know this is meant just to be like an Easter egg, but did you notice that in the opening scene of the game, Peter has a original issue of Amazing Fantasies number 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man? I was like,
this game is full of so many Easter eggs.
Avengers Tower?
Yeah. I climbed up Avengers Tower. I climbed up Freedom Tower. I climbed up Empire State Building. No, I climbed up to the top of the Freedom Tower and took a screenshot of like Manhattan. I'm like, all of that you can go to.
Yeah, it's huge. Unlike in previous Spider-Man games, doing the street level crimes does not feel pointless.
It doesn't. It doesn't feel pointless, and it's cool because you can just like zoom in, zip down, do it real quick, and then fly off.
Yeah, and they give you little bonus challenges in the fights too. Web 3 people against the wall, knock 6 people into the air. So you get little and every time you do one of these missions, you get little like experience tokens to upgrade your gear. So it doesn't feel useless. A lot of Spider-Man games have made that concept feel useless of that street crime. You know, I really like this game.
It's so good. I haven't played it since Sunday just because I've been busy, but I'm hoping to put more hours into it.
Did you get
put it this way? I played for 8 hours before even getting like the PlayStation, the advanced suit.
Nice. I went for an hour of just web slinging before I was like, okay, I probably should do something.
Oh, what actually helped me learn the web slinging and get it down was just went and got all the backpacks, and I went and got all the radar dish things, and then I did all the street level crimes.
Nice.
Like, well, I think more pop up, but there's like a minimum, like do this many and you complete it.
By the way, I got 2 things I want to show. The 2 cameos, or I guess one's an Easter egg, one's a cameo. The Easter egg is one of the suits you can unlock is the Spider-Man outfit for Homecoming.
Yep.
The Stark suit. And the Iron Spider suit from Infinity War. You can get that too. Also, it wouldn't be a Marvel property if Stan Lee didn't make an appearance. Which he does. He does? He does.
Yep. He plays Mick.
Mick, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who owns the diner that they go to.
And I like the small details of the game. I saw Josie's bar from, Marvel's Daredevil. You get to go see
Right?
Josie's bar.
There's one of the backpack pickups is a business card for Nelson and Murdoch.
Nice. I haven't found that one yet.
Oh, I went and got all the backpacks before I continued, so.
Nice.
By the way, if you get all the backpacks, you get the homemade Spider-Man costume.
Oh, is that what that is? Like
The sweatpants and the hood and stuff.
The first one, the first Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Outfit? Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, it's a good game. I haven't finished it yet, but that's because I'm enjoying my time.
Oh, I will probably take a while to finish it. Oh, and a heads up, if you don't like the new Spider-Man costume they made for this game, as soon as you get that costume, you also unlock the classic Spider-Man costume.
Classic Spider-Man costume, many different variations of the Spider-Man costume. I have the one that looks like a Black Widow.
Running around as Spider-Man Noir for a bit, but right now I'm Scarlet Spider. And did you catch the reference to the Scarlet Spider reference?
No, what was the reference?
So all the suits, so just as a heads up, all the suits give you a new power when you unlock them. The Scarlet Spider power gives you is you make clones.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure we're like a handful of people who get that joke.
Like they're hologram clones that the bad guys that'll distract the bad guys. They'll like shoot and attack at them.
Right.
But yeah, you're making clones of yourself.
For our listeners, check out the Spider-Man Clone Saga to understand what the fuck we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. That is a good reference. I like that. I like, by the way, when you use Spider-Man Noir's ability, everything turns black and white. Like a noir. Yep. That was bitchin'. All kinds of cool stuff. It's a legitimately good game. I could not hype it up any more than I already have. If I had to say there's one thing that annoys me, only because it lowers the pacing of the game, is the MJ missions. And it's lit because it lowers the pacing of the game.
They're still good, though.
They're still good in their own right. Yeah, you go from like high-flying adventures in Manhattan to just like normal Mary Jane. Well, she's not normal, but she's powerless. Powerless Mary Jane and her sneak missions, because that's what she does. She just does sneak missions. That was my only real complaint. By the way, you'll come across this later in the game. You were right. Miles Morales is in the game.
Cool.
Yeah, you called it. About 2 episodes ago, 1 or 2 episodes ago. Let's move on to the next one.
I will be playing that a lot more. Let's go on to our next bit of news since we were sidetracked. So they've cast Geralt.
Soft G.
Jerry from the from the Witchy series.
Now, here's my question. Because they got Henry Cavill to play
Superman.
He plays Superman. In this version, are they going to have the CG the mustache on?
I just want to see like so because of this, now I want to see like people doing fan art where they mix Superman and Jerry.
Oh yeah. What, you got Superman the Monster Hunter or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you're the bigger Witcher fan than I am. I played a little bit of them. They're fun games, but you're more of a fan than I am. How do you feel about this?
I mean, he's a decent actor. Like when I watched Justice League, I didn't curtail his acting. His acting was fine. Nothing spectacular.
None of the actors were bad in Justice League.
It was just not a good movie in general.
No, it was not.
It's like the original Daredevil series from 2000. Not series, movie from 2000s. I didn't think anyone did a bad job acting wise. It just wasn't a good plot. But I don't get that Geralt feeling from him. This may change when he's actually in makeup. So who knows?
Yeah, well, it'll be on Netflix. All the episodes will drop off at once. We can like binge through them and then see how it goes.
I'm always, for me, because Geralt is pretty old. When the Witcher process like reduces your aging, he's actually something like 50 years old or something like that. I could be wrong. Anyway, I feel like an older actor should be playing this role. of Geralt of Rivia. And Henry Cavill, he's not exactly old, but he's not exactly young, you know? So it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
This
Well,
may-
maybe, like, I agree a little bit on there, but maybe we should just wait just a little bit to see him with makeup.
Right. Give it a little bit before we really judge it. It just so far, I'm kind of about it.
Because actually, it sounds like he wanted to play Geralt. Like, he actually wanted the role.
Yeah, I mean, if someone is passionate about it, then more power to them. That actually makes the role better, as long as they're not being blinded by their own, wants. You come across that a few times with movies, But
And looking at Cavill, is he actually is a fan of the Witcher series?
he is? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something to look forward to.
So
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Geralt, but I'm not really the Geralt build. Yeah, you're not gonna see Geralt, Dean Geralt anytime soon. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna kill the Griffin, McElroy.
no, I just want Griffin Malcolm to play Griffin. Cause squawk. Roar.
Guys, roar. Let's move on to the next one here.
Yeah.
I am not feeling this one at all.
Not either. Like, I've heard good things about the game, but it
Well-
has a weird pacing to it.
So they're in the talks with the studio to start a vampire TV show. That's Vampire Vampyr, based on the video game that came out earlier this year, which got a rather warm reception. Not
I've heard good things about it, but it hits a weird pace near the middle when you realize, oh, I actually have to start killing people, or, oh, I've killed too many people.
yeah. I mean, do we really need one? In a literal sense, I don't think we've talked about this on the show, but Anne Rice is actually working on her own vampire series, which
Oh.
it's gonna be like Game of Thrones-esque, where it's gonna be like pretty dark and people are gonna die and shit.
It's just gonna be It's just gonna be hours and hours of gay sex, gay vampire sex.
That's possible. Anything's
I mean, that's
possible.
basically. Have you read her books lately? That's pretty much all they are.
No, but good to know.
Well, actually, vampires in her world can't actually like orgasm, but it's like heavily implied like gay relationships.
Yeah. Well, what was it? Vampires of the Diary, the two main characters were basically like a pseudo-gay relationship.
Mm-hmm. And as people who know me know that I'm all for that.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting that. Why do we need a vampire TV show?
You know what? If they focus on the whole like noir thing that they're going with on the game, I could be kind of okay with that.
Fair enough.
But even then, it's just like I feel this game wasn't. It just wasn't big enough for it to be a TV show.
I agree. And it doesn't have enough of a reputation or lore to really go into it. So it is kind of weird that they're doing this.
Like, I feel like it would have been better if it started as a TV show and they made it into a game, or they released them at the same time.
Yeah.
But doing the show after it, I feel the game just didn't have enough, like, clout to...
To back it up, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So we get some more information about the DC streaming service and the fact it's coming out later this year.
Oh, no, we skipped one.
Oh, yeah,
Well, it's a
you're right.
minor one. Is they're showing more images of the Titans and premiere date, which DC Universe, which we'll get to in a moment.
Yep.
But there's like 0 images of Hawk and Dove, and they're supposed to be on their team.
I think this goes back to kind of our previous conversation where people are focusing on the fact that it's Robin, Beast Boy, excluding Cyborg, it seems like.
Well, he's in the Justice League, so
Yeah.
he grew up.
Yeah. Robin, Cyborg, Starfire, and Hawk and Dove. So they're focused on the characters that people know rather than Hawk and Dove, because if you're a Hawk and Dove fan, you're already a comic book fan. But
Because Hawk and Dove are actually cool.
yeah, but like the Teen Titan fans probably don't. The 2003 Teen Titan fans probably don't know about Hawk and Dove.
Probably not. Also, the 2003 Teen Titan fans hate anything that isn't 2003 Teen Titans.
Yeah, that's about accurate. Yeah. Also, we've got to mention this about 2 episodes ago, but in the DC streaming service, that's where we're getting our Swamp Thing series as well.
All right.
Yep.
Swamp Thing, the Protector of the Green.
Protector of the Green. Okay.
And then speaking of DC streaming service, got some more information on that. Load that up. Everything we need to know about the DC Universe DC streaming service.
Yeah, so initially it was part of an announcement that Kevin Smith did with DC. And the first bit they announced it was going to be released on September 15th for the actual service.
Oh shit, this is where that Doom Patrol movie show is going to be showing up in.
Yep, Doom Patrol, the New Titans, fuck Batman. The New Titans is coming out October 12th. Let's see. Yeah, we get the streaming service that comes out later this month on the 15th. Ooh, that's the 3 days from now. Sweet. It's going to be $7.99. Was actually not bad for a streaming service as far as price goes.
Oh shit, they'll also have a curated selection of thousands of DC comics available.
Yep, you get the whole package. You're not just getting... I mean, I'm not going to, hype it up for them for free, obviously. But you get a whole package. You get comic books, you get movies, you get series. We're going to get, let's see, the new Teen Titans, No, that's not right. Let's see. Here we go. Teen Titans, Swamp Thing, Harley Quinn is getting her own series. Doom Patrol, as we've talked about, and Young Justice, its newest season, is going to be on the streaming service.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can also watch, for those of you who are fans of the original Titans, they're going to have that. They're going to have...
Teen Titans Go going to be on there?
I don't know.
I hope so.
But they are going to have the Super Friends. I had to do that.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Evil.
I
I'm Lex Luthor. Ha ha ha.
Solomon Grundy want pants.
Solomon Grundy is co-opting on your success. So yeah, we're getting a bit of news. I'm probably gonna get this service. I'm not gonna lie.
I honestly am paying for way too many streaming services currently, but I might give it a try. At least enough time to I'll get a week and then watch the whole seasons of these shows, and then maybe you decide on if I want to keep it.
Well, they're gonna have they're gonna have Young Justice, all 3 seasons. They're gonna have the 1978 Superman, which is the only good Superman so far, in my opinion, and honestly. The Batman Beyond movies. They're gonna have the Dark Knight movie. They're gonna have Gotham by Gaslight.
Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman.
Yeah, there you go. They're gonna include their comic streaming service. I think I'm gonna get this, honestly. Oh, you're gonna also get the Wonder Woman 77 series as well, and probably the original Batman 66. The Adam West
pass
Batman.
Lately?
What's that?
Didn't the lady who played Wonder Woman pass lately?
No, Linda Carter. She's still alive.
Yeah, is she? No, it was Lois Lane who died recently.
Yeah, Lois Lane's. Let's say Linda Carter's still alive.
Yeah. It was the lady who played Lois Lane that died recently.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this personally. They kind of had me on board when I could watch shows from the 90s and pretty much any DC movie I wanted. So I was cool with that. You want to go ahead and move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
This one's technically a 2-parter in the fact that Chris Pine is not returning as Captain Kirk for the upcoming Star Trek movies. But Kevin Smith says they need to keep him on for the movie, which is kind of fair.
I mean, to be honest, I'm fine if they don't make another one.
I want one more.
One more?
One more.
You want one more?
I want a quadrilogy. I don't think that's the term for 4 movies, but you get my point. One more, just kind of as a send out, like they did with the original Star Wars. They need a send out movie. You know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure whoever owns the rights to Star Trek are just gonna drag it the hell out, but we need a send out movie for Kirk and his crew. Well, for this Kirk and his crew. And then maybe we move on to other captains like Jean-Luc Picard, the superior Starfleet officer.
So, if you were to do a reboot universe Jean-Luc Picard, who would you have to play a younger Jean-Luc Picard?
I can't remember his name, but do you remember the actor who played young Xavier?
I was actually thinking the same person. They just should cast you. Yeah. What's his name?
He's already got the British accent. That's like default. He's already got the British accent. He looks decent bald. He doesn't have to go full bald because Jean-Luc Picard was just like mostly bald.
James McAvoy.
Thank you, James McAvoy. And if
we're just gonna have James McAvoy play younger versions of Patrick Stewart. That's his entire career now. Well, so
I mean,
he's a young
shadow to walk in. It's Patrick Stewart. It's not a wrong shadow to be in. Just saying,
right?
No, like legitimately, I'd get behind this. My question for you though is, who, if you were to fan cast our Next Generation movie, who would you pick for every major role? So there's like...
Oh, shit.
Okay, so we picked up Picard. Who would you pick for your Riker, Deanna Troi, Jodie LaForge, Data...
Worf,
and...
Crusher.
Let's just do the one Crusher. Not Wesley, but Dr.
Oh, no,
Crusher.
not Wesley. But Dr. Crusher,
Wait, hear me out here. We get Will Wheaton to play Dr. Crusher, but not Wesley. Jesse playing the reboot's Dr. Crusher. Because he already played Wesley Crusher. And I don't care if people say he wasn't that annoying. I've been watching TNG recently. This character was not that annoying. I don't know why people were bitching about. But, like, I would say Will Wheaton for Dr. Crusher. It's a role he's already familiar with.
He can, and it can be a nice, like, oh, no, or if you want to keep instead of if you want to keep a woman in the role of the Dr. Crusher, you can have him play Wesley Crusher's dad.
Or, hear me out here, he plays Riker. He has the beard. I think he can pull a Riker.
Oh, man.
Right?
I don't want to think about it, but you're right.
Am I right? He could play a Riker, and not just because of the beard. Like, Will Wheaton's an actually good actor, but I could see him playing Riker. So, our Jean-Luc Picard, we've got a Riker. Who would you get to do? Deanna Troi, Dr. Crusher, Data. We don't have to do them all. We can just kind of fan cast the generals at the moment. But
who do I want as a LaForge?
I mean, because don't get me wrong, I like the original actor who played Jodie LaForge, but who do you think could pull that off?
Who can play Reading Rainbow guy? Oh, you know what? You know who I want?
What?
Fuck.
I almost want to say Michael B. Jordan, but I think he's too big.
No, not Michael B. Jordan.
I know who I want to get to do Data, and I don't know why. I want Seth MacFarlane, a Family Guy, to be Data. The guy with the biggest personality in Hollywood. Well, one of the biggest is playing one of the people with the least personality in Hollywood.
Donald Glover. I want Donald Glover to be LaForge.
I'm okay with that. That would be pretty good. Get Donald Glover to play LaForge. We got Wheaton to play Riker. I can't remember the guy who we got to play Picard, but we both know McAvoy, thank you. All right, so we got Deanna Troi, Dr. Riker, and Worf.
Dr. Riker?
Not Dr. Riker. I'm off. I've been drinking.
Actually, you know what? So Worf, Klingon.
Who do you think
I
will
want
play
the
Queen?
guy who played the
Wait. He was in Pacific Rim Uprising. As a lead, he was also
John Boyega
John Boyega.
as Worf.
Think about that.
Maybe I was thinking. Give me a second.
Or John Boyega could be in the role of Jodie LaForge. I think he can kind of kill that. I think he would do well with that.
I can see him better as Geordi.
Yeah. You know, I think Michael could probably do Worf. Michael B. Jordan.
I was thinking Michael B. I was thinking on the lines of Michael B. Jordan, but not Michael B. Jordan. From that line,
Right.
Winston Duke, who played the M'Baku in
In
Black Panther. Yeah,
Oh,
He is-
yeah.
because he's a big guy.
He is a big guy. Yeah, I'm
I
okay
could
with
totally
that.
see him playing Worf.
Yeah. Okay. So we got our data. I made the joke about Seth MacFarlane, but who would you want to pick data? Maybe, and hear me out here, because he's already kind of used to playing this kind of characters by now. Jim Parsons. A Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Parsons to play Data. He already kind of plays that character in Big Bang Theory already.
I could accept that.
So the last one would be Dr. Crusher.
Well, Dr. Crusher and Diana Troy.
Right.
I feel like Troy, I want to go with
Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm just kidding.
someone a little more ethnic. Is that even a proper word now? I don't know if that's a good word to use anymore.
I'll delete it in post.
I don't. If we hear about it, I'm legit asking our audience.
If we're
like, but
wrong,
I'm thinking-
don't yell at us. Just let us know.
I'm thinking somebody from like a Middle Eastern or maybe even like an.
You know who'd be pretty good at it? Did you watch Punisher?
Yes.
I cannot remember the character's name, but she played the Homeland Security agent.
Yes, her.
She did a
I
pretty
was
good job.
thinking the same person.
Nice.
Let me look up the series and see if I can find.
She did a pretty good job. I think she could pull a Deanna Troy. Not Deanna Troy. Deanna Troy.
Amber Rose Reva.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Because I was thinking I kind of want to do like either like an Indian or like a Middle Eastern Diana Troy.
So the last would be Dr. Crusher. So you need somebody who gives off a sense of authority but kindness. Who would you pick to do Dr. Crusher?
Fuck it, let's just go Emma Stone.
What do you think about that one? I'm okay with that. I think about it, Emma Stone.
Got a bit of star power there. You got she's already a redhead. She's actually starting to reach the age where you could believe that she's a mom.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Get Emma Stone. Well, there you go. We just fan casted the main crew. That's not including, Wesley Crusher. It's not Q. We didn't cast
O'Brien,
Q.
Q. Oh, my friend Alex and I were talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know who we want to do Q? Because we're talking about Q showing up in Star Trek Discovery, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Have it played by John Delancey's son.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad. I don't know, because the way Q acts, I want someone who's kind of out there. Not Jim Carrey out there, but just out there.
I forget Emma Stone's also around our age. Like, she's only like a year older than us, but like...
Jeez.
Like, she's not even... She's like 5 months older than me.
Right.
Like, I forget that she's around my age, too.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know who would want to get to play Q, honestly, or the Q, whatever you want to call it. It's gotta be someone who can be out there, but doesn't go like Jim Carrey level out there, Because Jim Carrey can can be pretty fucking crazy.
Do you want to do Matt Smith?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Matt Smith playing the Q. Yeah. All right. You fan casted. Hit us up, Fox. I think you own the rights to Star Trek right now, the movies. Um. Anyway, we spent probably too much time on that.
Oh yeah. Oh, so I came to the realization the other day that everyone's been talking about this movie wrong. Not this movie, the show.
What's that?
So the new She-Ra show, right?
Uh-huh.
Every single one has been putting it as Princess of Power, but the trailer said princesses.
Plural. Yeah.
And everyone's, oh, the new She-Ra, Princess of Power. And then I'm like, wait, the trailer said princesses. And then I looked at the other stuff and I realized, holy shit, it's been the official's been princesses this whole time.
Yeah. How did we miss that? I legitimately we criticize shit all the time.
I'm super digging her modesty shorts, and I'm super digging this like Sailor Moon transformation they have her going through.
Yeah.
I like the new She-Ra design. She seems spunky.
So are we gonna get a He-Man design that more or less wasn't just a dude in loincloth?
Hopefully.
I am Prince Adam, and this time I wear a shirt. Um.
So,
I-
and being princesses of power means she's not going to be the only like super powered girl.
Yeah, ooh, maybe they can do like a Sailor Moon thing, but I was like, there's other princesses of power from other realms or some shit. Or maybe they
Right?
do go ahead.
That'd be cool.
Or maybe
I'd
they
be
do like a
down for it.
Shazam thing and like, oh, we all get our powers from the same source, by the power of Grayskull.
I like her new look. I like that it's going to be more. It sounds like it's going to be more than just She-Ra being
She-Ra.
the super powered princess. You know, give a whole like team of super girls for the young ladies out there to look up towards. And also, I don't know. I've always been a fan of modesty shorts when it comes to like heroine designs.
Right.
Like if you're yeah, cool, you wanted to have a skirt, but throw some shorts on under there.
Yeah, well, I mean, because skirts are not exactly, pragmatic when you're fighting the forces of evil.
No, they are not. And it also makes it so you don't have to do the whole magic skirt trope where oh, she's upside down, but her skirt somehow magically stays up.
Yeah.
You can keep the realistic skirt physics, but just throw some shorts on there. And I don't know. I'm excited to see it. It's from the guys who are doing the new Voltron series, and the new Voltron series is amazing.
Nice.
So I'm cool for it.
Okay. Let's go move on to the next one here. After many years of waiting, we're finally getting a Streets of Rage game. A sequel.
Streets of Rage.
To be
Streets of
specific.
Rage 4.
Streets of Rage 4. You happy, Brian?
I am, but I'd be happy for any number of reasons. But yeah, no, I like these type of like run around the town doing fighting things games. They've always been like one of my favorite types of games, and Streets of Rage is one of the best series out of there.
Good old fashioned beat 'em ups.
Yep, I like good old fashioned beat 'em ups. They're good co-op games.
Yeah. It was good to play with your friend. Go around just beating the shit out of bad people. Gonna go save some people.
But yeah, that's gonna be coming out soon on Streets of Rage 4. 25 years it's been since the last Streets of Rage game.
Boy, are we getting old. Okay. Let's move on to the next
Streets
one.
of Rage 4 hasn't been since 1990s. Vein of Final Fight and Double Dragon.
Right.
Double Dragon's a blast. I usually play Hagar when I do Final Fight. Doesn't say when it's coming out.
Yeah, I think we just got the announcement currently.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Let's move on to the next bit here. Was this 2 Riot employees leave under or leave? Excuse me, under.
Basically, Riot is a toxic place. Basically, Riot is apparently a toxic work situation, which honestly is weird. Because, oh hey, their sidebar thing, I'll bring that up in a moment. It's interesting. Competitive game of League of Legends, they did basically an all-women's kind of tournament at PAX, and then some guys left over that, but basically, like, man boys are angry, company is toxic, the whole game is I don't like League. It is like I played for a day and was like, I'm done.
I never bothered to play it, and that primarily comes from my friends. I watched them play and was like, why is this fun? Why do you find this fun?
I played once because my friends talked me into it, and I'm like, all right, fine, I will play when this one character I want to play is free to play, and that was the weird tentacle Cthulhu monster.
Right.
And they're like, oh, this character is free to play right now. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I played. I played for a day.
And we're good.
And I was good. I'm like, oh my god, that was terrible. Like I had like a guy like cussing me out because like I took a kill from him. I didn't know how the game worked. It was like my first game. He's like, if you never played this game before, what are you doing? I took my thing. I'm like, I didn't know that's what it would do. I just playing my first game.
Well, that's the problem with a lot of these games, especially competitive games like these. People get mad. It's like, the only way people can try these new games is if you're not a dick.
Yeah.
I don't.
So
There are certain games I don't play because the players are just assholes. League is one of them, and so is Eve. I don't like Eve.
oh yeah, but I can at least applaud the shit that goes in on Eve. Like, have you ever like I like reading about the shit that goes in on Eve. I'll never play Eve, but some of the stuff that's been pulled off in that game is just like that's fascinating.
Oh yeah, but I don't want to spend. I literally had a friend tell me this. He told me I can get the ability to drive a dreadnought, and it's only going to take me a year and a half, and this is a year and a half in real time.
Okay, so I'm reading on here, Riot to help because Riot got called out for being a sexist company. So Riot did a non-masculine panel at PAX.
Gender neutral women, generally neutral
Gender
women.
non-binary and female, and it wasn't even a gaming panel. It was for aspiring professionals. It was like, here's how you get into this work. Here's how you do this kind of thing. And a bunch of League fans refer to the panel as sexist because it excluded men, and you're being sexist towards men by excluding us, kind of deal. Sources currently employed by Riot say the Riot asked some employees representing Riot not to publicly engage with the controversy, and two of the employees basically didn't listen. Were like, nah, fuck this noise. Basically referred to their fans as a toxic landfill, and that angry League fans are man babies, which I think I referred them to. Some tweets attempted to explain that sexism against men makes no sense, spelling out why sexism is defined discrimination. So yeah, basically explaining what sexism actually is. The string of the message, but basically angry man babies got mad. And then the two, it sounds like it was an opposite of remember the whole thing with the guy from what was the one we talked about a couple weeks ago where she got fired?
Oh, she was a writer for Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars 2. This is the opposite. These guys left Riot on their own.
Right.
Because they didn't want their actions to affect their company.
Right.
And reading on it, like, Riot, like, basically is like, we support you in any of your future endeavors.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that they were fired, it's they left on their own, but it's because they just didn't want their actions to affect their company's thing. Which makes me wonder if they're going to get hired back in as a different, like, employee.
Possibly.
Because that sounds like something's going to happen. They're going to get, like, fired for doing one thing, and they get brought back in as, like, a consultant or something.
Right.
But yeah, League is toxic as toxic does.
Yep.
Oh, and I ran into a side note on here because one of the things is like thing about oh hey, Steam approves 100% uncensored adult game.
What?
Steam now has a 100% uncensored adult game. Before, Steam's like weird anime like porn games had to be censored, and you had to go off and like find the patch to add the nudity, but apparently one has it fully in there.
No, what do you know?
But that's not what I was going to talk about. Another podcast and YouTuber I listen to has had a article on the side of the Kotaku thing I was looking at. Defunct Land. If you don't listen to it, I highly recommend it. it's a YouTube videos thing, and he does a podcast, and basically he talks about like old. His podcasts tend to be more interviewee, but like his videos are like old theme park attractions and old theme parks that are no longer around.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's apparently he got enough traction to get an article written about him. Like, and he just like he grew big really fast.
Tall or wide? You're calling him
No,
fat?
not tall or wide. No, I mean like his channel grew
Oh,
like
popularity.
overnight.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like because when I first started listening to him, it was like only like so much, and then like I look at him again, and like everyone's talking about him now.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah, and it's just like it's a fascinating channel. Like when I first started listening to it, I just binged through all of it because it was just fascinating hearing out these like old like rides that no longer exist. Let's go on our next news thing. I recommend it. Defunct Land.
All right.
Nintendo Direct delayed due to a awful earthquake in Hokkaido, Japan. Currently, 17 people have been announced dead.
And I don't know if she's listening. My friend Kelly, who lives in Hokkaido, glad to see you're safe. Glad to see you're doing well. I have a friend who lives in the area right now. So when I found this earthquake, I was worried.
And I totally understand Nintendo's decision to delay Nintendo Direct until they feel like they're ready to go again, because it is a serious situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do appreciate these other companies going, well, there goes our plan, so we're just going to sort of like announce our stuff anyway.
Yeah.
There were the non-Nintendo properties that were going to be on the Switch, just kind of like, all right, well, here's what we were going to announce. Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, Civilization 6 for the Switch, which
It's weird.
I could see it. Especially when you're sitting in you're on like a long car ride or a long plane ride.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
Do you know how quick time goes playing Civ?
Oh no, trust me, I know. You get that one more turn deal that keeps happening. Okay, just one more turn. Just one more turn.
And next thing you know, it's been 7 hours, and you're just like, where the fuck did my time go?
What did I do? Alright, I took over Africa. Never mind.
And then Capcom also released a demo for Mega Man 11.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I don't care about Mega Man because they've stopped.
Mega Man, Super Fighting Robot. There's a new Mega Man cartoon, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm right there with you. Trust me. Well, alright then. Let's go ahead and move on to the next bit here. And this is fucking stupid.
It's a puddle.
People are mad because a puddle was
Puddlegate 2018.
Yeah. So in the new Spider-Man game that we talked about and hyped the hell out of earlier, some people were upset because in one of the original trailer there was a puddle, and then a screenshot that came out not that long ago, the puddle was missing, and someone blew their shit over a lower.
They talked to the developers about this, and it's because they changed some of the stuff in the game. Because when that screenshot came out, it was designed to make it look better in still, and they modified some stuff so that the game looks better in motion.
Yeah. So people lost their shit over it, and this is a dumb.
Mm-hmm. People are dumb.
Get over it, everyone. This is not something to lose shit over. I mean, there are plenty of things to be angry about.
You're not gonna even you know what? If that puddle wasn't there in the game,
you wouldn't have fucking noticed. Most people don't.
If it wasn't there in that trailer, you would not have noticed it.
Honestly, until I saw this article, I didn't know that they had done this. I saw the image, was like, oh, cool, look at the image. I can't wait for this game to come out. And then I saw this article, I was like, people were upset because a puddle is missing. It's lower graphics. Shut up, no it's not. They removed a pointless texture you don't pay attention to.
Also, I think in the trailer they say the final game is going to be different.
In every trailer you find out, it says this is not the final version.
Yeah. So on the next one, let's go on to something else. So Pokemon fan game creation tool disappears after basically a raid on them, and from the Great Woolly Madden, shut the fuck up about it, and basically put it everywhere.
I actually, when I found out about this, I suddenly really wanted to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not know this existed, but that's because I'm not part of that community. You know, I was like, I like Pokemons,
Yeah.
I like the Pokemans, but
Well, I've been trying to come up. I need to start working on it again, but I had that idea for Pokefornia.
yeah, Pokefornia, I like that name. So we need to like, I'm sure this exists somewhere. They just got rid of the main source, but come on, Nintendo. I understand you like your quality control when it comes to this kind of thing, but this literally did not hurt your sales at all.
No, it didn't. And Wooly Madden from the two best friends play, where super best friends play, because he's the third best friend. Um, put a video out not too long ago about fan games of basically shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
Of don't talk about your fan game, don't hype your fan game, work on it, and then when you're maybe put a couple things on there to get some like help, but don't like announce things, don't talk about it
Yeah.
until the game is done,
Or if you're going
and
to,
then talk about it, and then put it on everywhere. Put it on all the torrent sites, put it everywhere, because even if they take you down, a copy of it will still be available for people to play.
well, even if you're going to put it out there for people to know, make it a tight like community. I think we as fans, and this goes for any fan-made game, need to have a solemn swear moving forward that whenever somebody is making an independent project based on an IP that we like, we no longer go around just blabbing about it. Like I saw more than a few times, someone's posted, "Hey, look at this indie fan version of a Pokemon game. It's coming out soon," and then the game got shut down. Kotaku, I've seen do that. Kotaku is like, "Check out this cool Pokemon game that's coming out soon," and then it was shut down before on the day of its release. Or
That's
before
exactly
release.
what Wooly was talking about. I'm gonna try to find the video and I'm gonna send it your way. You don't have to listen to it tonight, but just
It's
in general.
guys. I get you want to talk about the game that you're hyped about. I'm right there with you. I've been there for some of these fan games. I was really upset when they shut down the Metroid 2 fan game. They did a
Yep.
remake, full on remake. And I get that you're excited, but we as a collective, in order to get people to stop shutting down shit, need to stop talking about it in public areas.
That's literally what Wooly was saying. I'm sending it to you on the Facebook. You should take a listen to it later on.
Okay. Let's go move on to the next one. We already
But we
covered
talked about this in the trailer, so
I'll move on.
this is an article just to kind of like based on like a talking point on there. But I like playing low magic, like D&D.
Well, it makes magic items seem like an achievement. If you got like a +2 sword in D&D, in a normal like magic heavy D&D is like +2 sword. This is nothing. But you got plus two sword in a low magic campaign. That means something. That means the sword is stronger. It does more damage. Why?
Or like have magic actually be like this like secret unattainable like force.
Yeah. You got to treat it like that because honestly, if everything is magic all the time, then nothing's magic. It ruins all the fun of playing magic.
And I make a point to have my when I run D&D stuff, I tend to have like magic has super like has it's not as like end all be all as it can be. Like magic is limited, so that's why you still have to have mundane things. You run out of spellcasting and stuff.
Right.
The way I rule like healing, magical healing is like you still need to like say like somebody breaks a bone, like say they break their arm,
Right.
you still have to set the bone before you heal it, or it'll heal in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I do the same thing. If you just like magically heal it, then it's like, oh, your leg's, if you broke your leg, guess what? You have a permanent limp to your walk now because you didn't bother
like,
setting it first.
Yep.
I do the same thing. I'm a big fan of low level campaigns because it feels whenever magic is present, it's more of an awe, if you will. It's a force. It's something mystical that's supposed to bring like a sense of, well, mysticism to a game. But if you just allow magic casters willy nilly, it defeats the purpose. If everyone's magic, then no one's magic.
Right. I feel I'm all for this. And which game are they trying to hawk here? They're trying to sell Salt and Dust and Salt.
Never heard of it.
I haven't either.
Too bad I
But
guess not.
basically, it's a magical world where you're not magical, and I like that. I like that kind of idea.
Yeah. I run my D&D campaigns that way. If my friends ever we're willing to try concept campaigns once in a while. Anyway, let's go and move on to the next one here.
So there's a new anime fighting game, since I'm the fighting game fan here. With two special guest characters.
What are those?
Shovel Knight and Isaac from Binding of Isaac. Well, it actually has a number of other guest characters, like half the roster's guest characters.
Nice.
So you've got Gunvolt, you've got the characters from Cave Story, and like a bunch of characters from this like obscure, almost I would say obscure, Super Nintendo platformer, and then a bunch of original ones. But the two ones on here that are just shine out to me are Isaac and Shovel Knight.
But when do I get to play my Stardew Valley character in a fighting game, Brian? When do I get to play him?
Soon. But I've seen the gameplay of this, like a couple gameplay of this, and it looks fun. It looks like just your standard anime fighting game with big titted ladies, cute girls. One of the girls literally fights with a giant cat.
Jeez.
And then Shovel Knight.
And Shovel Knight, the guy who doesn't fit with the rest of the crowd.
And he has a voice now.
What?
It's great. Yeah, they gave him a voice.
That's not right.
He has like this, you know what though? The voice fits. It's like this super deep boom voice, and he looks super cool in this game, to be honest.
Nice.
Like he looks like super badass.
Nice.
Yeah, it's your typical anime fighter. I've learned as I've played more and more of them, I really like anime fighters. I like how they handle.
Nice.
Your Blaze Blues, your Guilty Gears, your Dragon Ball Fighters.
Excuse me, sir. It's not Blaze Blue. That's not how you English. It's Blaz Blue. There's no E at the end of Blaze. It's Blaz Blue.
Your Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, if we're gonna say Dragon Ball Fighters, we might as well say Blaz Blue. Just saying. Welcome to Blaz Blue. We forgot the E. Shut up and play the game.
Blaz Blue.
Blaz Blue. Jeez. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to the next one here. We talked about this on a previous episode, and now we have an article to help it. Magic the Gathering artists, because they're based out of Canada, were denied entry into the United States to go to PAX, I think is what it was.
No, the worst part of it was that they were detained for a whole day.
Yeah. You know, Canadians.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like to run the stereotype of Canadians, but generally speaking, I've run into fairly polite Canadians.
They tend to be very nice people.
Yeah, and happier.
We're gonna say something extremely controversial. It may not make us very many fans, but fuck ICE.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And you know what I've learned? The best thing we can do as white people is just distract.
We're gonna distract the ice people.
We can't assault. Don't do anything illegal. I don't commend it. But you know what you can do? Is you can distract. You can be like, you can ask stupid questions. You can get in their way. You can do all that stuff because as a white American, what are they gonna do to us?
Unfortunately, I mean, I guess it's unfortunately. It's unfortunate that we have that kind of weird power. It's fortunate that we can, if we do it right, we can use our powers for good rather than evil. So, yeah, we should help. I don't get why we're denying entrance to, I mean, I can understand certain countries. I don't understand why you would do it to our allies.
Because Trump, for some reason, thinks Canada is our enemy for some weird reason.
Well, you criticize them once, you're an enemy for life. So you and I are enemies for life.
Oh, sorry, they were from Europe, not Canadian, but still.
Still, the idea remains the same. Also, we're also permanent enemies of Trump, I guess, because we've insulted him once, so we'll always be.
Oh, I'm waiting for that day when
the Secret Service comes knocking at your door.
Yeah. Titus Lintner. Yeah, and I'll just be like, yeah, I'll totally up for it. He's a putz.
To be fair, I'm a putz. I'm a different kind of putz, though. I'm an oblivious putz. He's just an all-around putz. No, yeah, just cut out the shit, guys. Seriously. Let's go to the next one here. And I think we both want to try this at least once. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian.
Lego Bugatti?
They made
I
a
mean,
Lego
I would just
Bugatti.
love to drive a normal Bugatti.
Well, yeah, that's a given, but the Lego Bugatti would theoretically be cheaper.
So, the only reason... So not only reason, but the moment I saw this, my initial reaction was, I want to see it crash.
You see, like Lego parts going everywhere. It's raining Legos. I want to
Like,
drive.
I want to see it crash.
I want to see a Lego. I actually want to see the Lego Bugatti in person. That would be pretty cool, man. Think about that.
Right?
Like, I'll never be able to drive it because it's definitely a concept car, but
Oh my god, I'm looking at it. The seats and steering wheel are made of Lego.
that sounds horribly uncomfortable. Like, people
I want to
complain
see it
about
crash so bad.
people complain about stepping on Legos. Imagine if you had to sit on Legos. Ugh.
It only got. He was only able.
It's like 18 miles per hour is the max it can go. It's nothing. Which still, a car made of Legos, like a legitimate car made of Legos, that's still pretty impressive.
Oh! Oh!
I hear excitement in your voice.
It's entirely powered by 2,304 Lego power function motors and 4,032 Technic gear wheels and can generate 5.3 horsepower, roughly 92 nanometers of torque. Reached 12.4 miles per hour when he took it for a test drive. It's powered by Lego!
Yep.
I thought it was just like stationary on like an actual like car engine. No, it's powered by Lego too.
This is by far the coolest thing that's happened this year.
Oh my god! I so want to see it crash. I so want to see it crash. Like,
Nice.
oh boy. On other oh boy news, I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. I've been meaning to. I've just been podcasting away. Probably listen to it tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Is one of my favorite bands, the Mountain Goats, dropped a surprise new EP.
Nice.
Yeah, Hex of Infinite Binding, and I'm excited to listen to it. I just haven't had a chance yet.
That sounds like the concept of concept albums.
They do some pretty good concept albums. That tends to be their shtick,
Nice.
and I like concept albums. So yeah,
Fair enough. I was with you. I'm with you on that. I was a big fan of 2112, American Idiot, 21st Century Breakdown.
if I were to add one on there, my Goths is a really good album, but my personal favorite is Tallahassee from the Mountain Goats.
Okay.
So if you get a chance, I'd listen to Tallahassee.
There was a band I'm a kind of a fan of. They're called Proto Man.
I know the Proto Man.
The Proto Man. Okay, so you've heard their Mega Man concept albums where they do like the origin of Mega Man.
Yeah, that one. Another one I really like is it was only one. They only did one album, and it turns out the guy who's like the lead singer of the band's kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
But Hail the Villain
Oh, okay.
is another good nerd related band like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move to the next bit here. Who needs the quickie marts?
I
do.
Quickie Mart. Who needs a Quickie Mart?
Now won't you rhyme with me? So
Further on. Who needs a Quickie Mart? I do.
Hey,
Real life Quickie Mart at Myrtle Beach.
and I want to go to this real life quickie mart.
Mm-hmm.
I could buy some expensive ass drinks there.
Damn right I can.
By the way, I've been you can find like clips of episodes and parts on
Speaking
YouTube.
of Simpson stuff,
Uh-huh.
have you seen ads for that new the FX streaming service?
No.
There's FX is doing their own standalone streaming service for $5.99. I want to say $5.99. It's like FX Plus, but that's how you can get Simpsons World.
Done.
That's that because that has Simpsons World included.
Fucking done.
And
Sold. Sign me up.
If you either have that or you can go through what I do through my mom's Dish Network login.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't have Dish, yeah, you can get Simpsons World through the FX, the new FX streaming app.
Brian.
Like it's not an app, but it's a.
Brian,
I already sold it. I know.
Brian, you already sold it.
And you know what I found out the other day? You know what I found out the other day?
What's that?
That the Simpsons World episodes have fucking commentary.
Yeah, I saw that the other day when I was watching episode 1. I was just like, nostalgia time, episode 1. Yeah, you can get director's commentary.
Commentary for episodes that aren't on DVD yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching season 19 with commentary because they only have season 18 out. Oh shit! There's an Aztec Theater right next to the Quickie Mart too.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of these days, I want to go to Universal Studios, hit up their like mini Simpson area they have.
I need to do that. One of my plans next time I go to California is to try to go down to LA and do Universal and
I'm not
hit up Simpsons.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty much the only places I'm gonna go to in Universal are the Simpsons area and the world of Harry Potter.
Oh, of course. I may go to the Transformers thing because I want to swear. Hopefully, they still have the Transformers there because I need to swear my fealty to Megatron.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a given. Come on, Decepticons.
Right?
I'm like, I don't want to go to the Wizarding World of Harry. I get that I'm a 27-year-old grown adult ass man, but I kind of really want to go and get sorted. You know.
I'll be 30 in March.
And you still want to do that, don't you?
Oh yeah, no, I need to throw my Death Eater pride out there.
Death Eater Pride. I want to go out
Death
there.
Eater pride.
I want to go out there. I want to be like, let's do this. Give me my wand. Give me my house. We're going to do this. I don't like the robe. It's cool. I'll dress normal. I'm cheap anyway. Let's do this. Sort me, Magic Hat. I'm ready. And also little Springfield. Let's do that. Let's go to Little Springfield.
I need to go spend some time at Moe's Tavern. Go to the yeah. Now I'm all for that. And then finally on our news, people were making fun of former Cosby Show star Jeffrey Owens for working at Trader Joe's, but it's like he has a decent job. Like,
well,
I mean, not decent, but at the same time, it's just like it sounds like he could have had a job as an actor if he wanted, but it just sounds like he didn't want it.
Well, here's the thing. He said that he still acts, but the jobs can get few and far between. So, so he works at Trader Joe's. There's nothing wrong. Like, I hate this. There's nothing wrong with having an honest job. You don't have to be. You don't have to be an actor all the time. If you're doing one thing, doesn't mean you can be doing that same thing over and over again. You know.
Yeah.
So people are judging him because he works at Trader Joe's and is no longer an actor, and that those people with Fox News, unsurprisingly. So they're making fun of him. There's an update.
No. Hold on a second. You're saying Fox News. So could you imagine if he was a white actor doing this? They would say white actor has heroic new job and is a hero and does heroic stuff and here's a good working man.
Oh yeah, they're fucking racist. Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's good news that came out of this story. I mean, yeah, the people made fun of him are assholes, but people rallied behind Jeffrey Owens. Also, Tyler Perry has offered him a role in his newest series.
You know what? Say what you will about the Tyler Perry movies. Like I've seen a couple of them by now, and they're actually not like they're good awful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like average movies, but the stuff I've seen, it is good awful.
They're good awful.
It's
they're
bad, but it's entertaining at the very least.
They're entertaining band and everything. Like he's way too religious for my taste, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like you can tell that he's a decent person.
Yeah, well, because you can tell he's a decent person. He legitimately tries, and as much as I don't care for a decent chunk of his work, he's trying to work well with other people. He takes the opportunity to help people. So even if I don't
Aww.
care for his movies, at least he does this, and he's giving a role to Jeffrey Owens.
In 2018, Owens worked at Trader Joe's, published by the Daily Mail, which many had characterized as job shaming. Owens agreed with the job shaming characterization and due to unwanted attention, severed his employment at Trader Joe's. The story led producer Tyler Perry to offer Owens a role in the Haves and Have-Nots. Additionally, rapper Nicki Minaj offered Owens 25,000 donation as a way to help the actor financially. Like it sounds like a lot of times when you hear like, oh, this actor disappeared, they had like some sort of like mental breakdown or something like that. It just sounds like he's just like he did a little bit of acting here and there, but he's also wants to work at a job. Like go Jeffrey Owens, we
Huh.
support you.
Yeah, we support you. There's nothing wrong with an honest job. I mean, I may never go to a Trader Joe's, but that's because I'm cheap and all their shit's expensive. But to have an honest job, there's really nothing wrong with that. I never see the point of job shaming somebody because they work at like a Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, or what have you. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, of course not.
Anyway, as we
Yeah,
get off our moral high horse soapbox, I think we need to end our episode here.
I think so too. We want to thank our guest again.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show, Devon. We
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on. Thank you all for listening. We really appreciate that as well.
Also, it's the first time we had a guest and didn't have a chance to do our roulette.
Yeah, well, maybe that might change in upcoming episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna try to have more guests, more guests more often.
As opposed to 10.
As always, you can follow Devin on all of his social medias. He had way too many. We'll post those on Twitter, on all those on all of his social medias where you can follow him at. You can always follow us at Geekus Speakus at Twitter, on the Facebooks. If you want to email us any questions, go ahead and email us at gspeakus.
Gmail.com. And rate, review, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or wherever
Yeah,
else you get your podcasts.
give us a review on those like Apple like podcasts. You can find us on the Podbeans or everywhere you want. I have my own personal Twitter that I've been fairly active on. So if you want to catch up with me personally, I'm at Arxis.
If you want to catch up with me personally, you just go to Geekus Speakus. I pretty much just use the show's.
I'll
Twitter.
jump in on there occasionally to throw in like my 2 cents, but usually I keep to my Twitter.
And to the person who gave us a 5-star review on iTunes, thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. But we're gonna go ahead and end this episode like we normally do. So, like normal, my name is Dean.
And I'm Brian.
Have a good night, everyone.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank you for listening to our show, everyone. If you want to keep up to date with us, you can do so at our Facebook at facebook.com/Geekus Speakus or on Twitter at Geekus Speakus, or you can email us at gspeakus@gmail.com, as we mentioned previously in the show. If you like our show, feel free to rate, subscribe, and review us on like Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Google Play, whatever's good for you, of course. And you know, our show only has gotten this far because of you, the listener. And I'm not just saying that. It is true. We go primarily off of word of mouth. We try and speak about our own show, but obviously we don't cover everything. So we appreciate that you guys do it. And we appreciate that you've been with us so far. It's been 30 episodes. It's been great. I'd like to thank our guest, Devon, for his appearance today on the show. It was great. We had a lot of fun. And I'd also like to thank the band The Spinwires for the song Girls Like You. You can find them on Bandcamp for their newest album. They're pretty good. Try them out. Give them a listen, guys. I'd also like to thank
Tom for the awesome logo design that he did for us. Anyway, thank you for listening, everyone, and have a good night.